the 4 for $4 deal. Checkers and Rallies. Fast foodies know the deal.
Good morning, America. President Trump set to address the nation just hours from now and take the border showdown to prime time. The Democrats will respond. And now Vice President Pence joins us on GMA this morning. What Democrats are now demanding as the government shutdown hits day 18.
And there's breaking news. Hundreds injured after 2 trains collide overseas. The search for survivors right now.
Happening now. A fast-moving storm barreling from the Midwest to the Northeast, bringing over a foot of snow. Massive waves washing away a lighthouse, and now millions facing a messy commute this morning.
New trouble for Kevin Spacey, pulled over by police shortly after leaving court with a not guilty plea to sexual assault.
Major break in a murder mystery. The suspect now in custody, accused of terrorizing a campground for the past 2 years, killing this father while he was sleeping in a tent with his 2 young daughters.
The Tigers reclaim their crown. And breaking overnight, the freshman quarterback leading the Clemson Tigers to a roaring victory over Alabama, crowned the kings of college football. What helped him pull off the big win? He's telling all on GMA this morning.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
And good morning, America. Congratulations, national champions Clemson rolling over the Crimson Tide.
Yep, kept me up last night. Kept me up last night. What an incredible game it was if you're a Clemson fan.
Yes.
In the Clemson campus, they erupted last night, going crazy as those college kids usually do. 19-year-old Trevor Lawrence, he became the first true freshman quarterback to start and win a national championship game since 1985.
And who was that?
Jamel Holloway, University of Oklahoma, went in for the injured Troy Aikman, and Troy, well, you ended up having a professional career.
He did all right. Troy did all
He did all
right.
right.
It all worked out. We'll have more on that later, but we're going to begin, of course, with the government shutdown now entering day 18. President Trump showing no signs of backing down, making a primetime address to the nation tonight and then traveling to the border on Thursday.
Democrats will have a response as well. This Friday will mark the first missed paychecks for 800,000 federal employees who've been furloughed or who are working without pay. The shutdown extends through Saturday. It will be the longest on record. Our chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl spoke with Vice President Pence just moments ago. Starts us off from Washington. Good morning, John.
Good morning, George. The vice president said the president will portray this as a national security crisis at the border, but there is a real credibility question. I asked the vice president about the repeated false statements and inaccuracies coming from the White House on this issue. Thank you, Mr. Vice President. The president told Democratic leaders that the shutdown could go on for months, even years. Is he really prepared to keep the government shut down that long?
I think President Trump is prepared to do what's necessary to address what is a real humanitarian and security crisis at our southern border. Look, John, the American people deserve to know that the situation on our southern border has become, as the Washington Post said, a bona fide emergency. 60,000 people a month. And for the first time on record, the vast majority of those are families, unaccompanied children, and it simply is overwhelming the ability of our Border Patrol and Customs agents to be able to address it. We need new resources. We need to build a wall. We need the Congress to come to the table and work with this president to address this crisis once and for all.
But more broadly, how can the president how can his word be trusted on this when he has said so many things that are just not true about this crisis? He said that Barack Obama has a 10-foot wall built around his house here in Washington. You know that's not true. He said that some of his predecessors told him that they wanted to build a wall, but all 4 living presidents have now put out statements saying that they never had any such conversation with the president. And then you saw Sarah Sanders say that nearly 4,000 terrorists come into the country every year, and you know that's not true either. How can the American people trust the president when he says this is a crisis, when he says things over and over again that aren't true?
Well, look, the American people aren't as concerned about the political debate as they are concerned about what's really happening at the border, and that's what the president's been focusing on.
I mean, the White House said nearly 4,000 terrorists come into our country.
John,
that's not true.
John, nearly 4,000 known or suspected terrorists were apprehended attempting to come into the United States through various means in the last year.
Overwhelmingly at airports, not at the border.
Yeah, but 3,000 special interest individuals, people with suspicious backgrounds that may suggest terrorist connections, were apprehended at our southern border. Last year alone, 17,000 individuals with criminal histories were apprehended at our southern border. Literally billions of dollars of narcotics flow through our southern border. 90% of all the heroin that comes into this country that claims the lives of 300 Americans every week comes through our southern border. The passion you hear from President Trump, his determination to take this case to the American people, as he will tonight in his national broadcast from the Oval Office, comes from this president's deep desire to do his job to protect the American people. And we're going to continue to carry that case forward until the Democrats in Congress come to the table and start negotiating, not just to end the government shutdown, but to address what is an undeniable crisis at our southern border.
But why are we in this mess in the first place? The president said over and over again, in fact, you said that Mexico was going to pay for this wall. So now he's shutting down the government so that to force taxpayers to pay for the wall. I mean, that was a promise that he didn't say once or twice or three times. He said over and over and over again, Mexico's going to pay.
That's right. And the president renegotiated the NAFTA agreement, now the U.S., Mexico, Canada agreement, in a way that will benefit the United States of America in jobs and tax revenues in the hundreds of billions of dollars.
That's not what he said. He didn't say he was going to renegotiate a deal.
To come.
He said Mexico was going to pay for it.
John, we've also negotiated a new arrangement with Mexico going forward, that when individuals come into this country and come to this country and apply for asylum, they'll be able to remain in Mexico while they're going through the judicial process. As I sit here today, Democrats refuse to even negotiate to end the shutdown and address the border crisis, and it's time they came back to the table.
Mr. Vice President, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, John.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
And John, you pressed the Vice President pretty hard there. You also asked him about this idea the President might declare a national emergency to go around Congress if they can't negotiate a deal.
Yeah, and he said the president is considering that, as we've heard from the president, that they are looking into that. But I pressed, how would that work? And does the president really believe that he could build the wall without any congressional approval or congressional authorization? And no direct answer on how that would work, but he did say it is something that is under consideration. No decision yet made.
Okay, and we'll ask Democratic Senator Kamala Harris about that in our next half hour. John Carl, thanks very much.
And George, Democratic leaders, you can imagine, they want equal time, demanding equal time on TV tonight to respond to President Trump. So let's go to our senior congressional correspondent, Mary Bruce, who's there on Capitol Hill with more details on that. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Robin. Well, Democrats are clearly concerned about the nation only hearing one side of this argument and not getting the facts. They are demanding equal time tonight to respond, saying in a statement, quote, if the president's past statements are any indication, it will be full of malice and misinformation. Now, here on the Hill, Democrats are trying to ramp up the pressure on Republicans, saying they won't vote for any legislation in the Senate until Republicans agree to vote on measures to reopen the government. But Republican Senate Leader Mitch McConnell says he won't take up any funding bill unless he's certain, Robin, that the president will support it.
So we're in day 18 of the shutdown. What new impacts are we feeling, Mary?
Well, the White House says they are trying to mitigate these impacts, ordering IRS agents back so that they can process tax returns, while at the Department of Housing, they are asking landlords not to evict those tenants who receive federal housing. Meanwhile, the TSA insists the shutdown is not impacting operations, but Robin, the Airline Pilots Association says it is making the air system more dangerous, saying, quote, the shutdown is adversely affecting the safety, security, and efficiency of our national airspace system. One thing, Robin, is for sure, if this stalemate continues through Saturday, this will then be the longest shutdown in the nation's history.
That is the one thing that is for sure. All right, Mary, thank you so much. And you are going to be anchoring our live coverage of the president's primetime address and the Democratic response. It all starts at 9 p.m. Eastern right here on ABC. Michael.
And now to that breaking news overseas. A deadly crash in South Africa. 2 trains colliding, injuring more than 200 people and killing at least 3. Rescue crews on the scene this morning trying to pull people from the wreckage. Authorities are investigating the cause of the crash at this hour. And we are going to go over to Ginger and now turning to fast-moving storm bringing snow, rain, and strong wind across the Midwest into the Northeast. Jen, you have it all. It seems like winter is coming. It's going to be cold.
Finally feeling like winter in a lot of the country. And you can see Manistee, Michigan, 6 to 13 inches of snow fell in northern Michigan on the lakes. And I'm telling you, I grew up on Lake Michigan. It can get riotous, and it was up to 20-foot waves. Look at what happened to this lighthouse beacon. It was there in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. And just moments after the water and wind just kind of took it over, it's gone. So that thing that had been there for decades at least, taken out by those strong southeast winds. Now we see wind advisories all the way from Indianapolis back to North Dakota. Those wind gusts will top 30 to even 50 miles per hour. And tomorrow we get it here in the Northeast. So if you're in Boston or New York City, Washington, D.C., you'll see some of those gusts reach 24 or 25 miles per hour. Windy all the way through Thursday, and certainly feeling like winter. George.
Okay, Ginger, thanks very much. We return now to a new report overnight about an American Navy veteran held captive in Iran since July as tensions grow between our two countries. Our chief global affairs anchor, Martha Radis, is in Washington with the latest. Good morning, Martha.
Good morning, George. This is startling news this morning since, as you said, this is an American who has reportedly been held for nearly 6 months. And this is the first the American public has heard of it. The New York Times says that Michael White, a 46-year-old Navy veteran, was visiting his Iranian girlfriend, according to White's mother. He had visited the country numerous times before, but failed to board his scheduled departure flight last summer. The mother said she filed a missing persons report and that the State Department told her just 3 weeks ago White was in an Iranian prison. This morning, the State Department saying only, we are aware of reports of the detention of a U.S. citizen in Iran. We have no higher priority than the safety and security of U.S. citizens abroad, but they would not give more information because of privacy concerns, George.
But Martha, he is not the only American being held in Iran.
He is not, and relations are very tense with Iran. And there are at least 3 other American citizens, 2 of Iranian descent, who are imprisoned in Iran, and another American, Bob Levinson, who has been missing for over a decade. As for Michael White, a consular visit is trying to be arranged through the Swiss. George?
Okay, Martha, thanks very much. We're going to stay in Washington and get the latest on Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. As another session of oral arguments gets underway today, Justice Ginsburg is home recovering from cancer surgery. Doctors removed 2 cancerous lesions from her lungs in December. She missed arguments on Monday for the first time in her 25 years on the court, but she's still participating in cases remotely, and there's no sign she's planning on leaving the court anytime soon. She has even hired law clerks through the year 2020. Michael?
All right, thank you, George. And now to a break in that mysterious murder of a father who was shot dead in his tent while camping with his 2 daughters in California. ABC's Kanan Whitworth joins us now from Calabasas. And Kanan, it turns out the suspect was already in police custody.
Yeah, Michael, good morning. Authorities arrested Anthony Rauda 4 months ago on a parole violation, and he's been in custody ever since, and the campground here has remained closed. Well, now this morning, he's facing a murder charge and more than a dozen others.
This morning, a break in the case that terrified people near this popular Calabasas park for years.
42-year-old Anthony Rauda charged with murdering Tristan Baudet, the 35-year-old father who was camping with his 2 young daughters last June in Malibu Creek State Park. He was shot and found dead inside their tent, both girls uninjured.
There was a lot of blood when they woke up with the loud noise.
Rauda appearing in court Monday for his arraignment, hiding from cameras.
Do you agree to that, sir?
Charged with murder, 10 counts of attempted murder, and 5 counts of second-degree burglary. Police believe Rauda had been terrorizing the area since 2016, allegedly shooting this man who was sleeping in a hammock.
I just woke up to a stinging pain in my arm. I felt the cold breeze on my arm through the hammock, which was weird.
And police also say Rauda allegedly fired shots into vehicles passing by.
At first, I thought someone put a sticker on my car. Then my boyfriend walked around and he was like, that's a bullet hole.
Rauda under restraints and a spit mask in court last month, convicted of several robberies in the area.
And police say since his arrest, there have been no further shootings, putting the California community at ease.
Now, his bail has been set at $1.1 million, and he faces life in prison if convicted. And you guys, he will be in court later this month to enter a plea.
All right, Kana, thank you. Now to the new college football champions. Clemson overpowering top-ranked Alabama overnight, winning its 2nd championship in 3 years. Paula Ferris, lucky duck, there for it all in Santa Clara. Good morning, Paula.
Yeah, we all saw this one coming, right, Robin? No, what a game this was. I think I'm still picking confetti out of my hair and out of my clothes, but this was supposed to be a close game, but instead, Clemson handed Nick Saban his worst loss at Alabama.
The Tigers reclaim their crown by crushing Alabama.
With all eyes on round 4 between Alabama and Clemson at the 2019 College Football Championship, Clemson reigned supreme, crushing the defending champs in their 3rd title matchup in 4 years.
This game was supposed to be pretty close.
Yep, it was, but you know, you got to play it. It's not always played on paper. You got to play the game, and tonight was our night.
Lawrence with the rush coming, finds T. Higgins, touchdown.
Clemson's Trevor Lawrence becoming the first true freshman starting quarterback to lead his team to the national championship since 1985.
It's my faith, you know, having that as my rock, and just knowing that no matter what happens out here or anywhere else, that, you know, my future's not going to change.
The 19-year-old capturing America's hearts with both his hair and his fierce heart.
Tigers make a statement.
Did you envision this is the outcome?
We just want to be, we want to be the best team ever, and I think we made a case for ourselves tonight.
Is the strength all in his hair?
I guess so. I mean, I don't know where you get it from, but that boy good.
Inside the stadium, the crowd didn't disappoint.
How good does this feel?
This is so great for the Clemson family. I mean, it's because it's not just about touchdowns, it's about growing those players, and they're good people, and they won tonight, and that's what it's all about.
And we caught up with the ultimate super fans that I introduced you to yesterday, Elias and Nancy, who spent 12 days camped out on this ESPN billboard to get tickets to the game.
They have been up on this billboard since December 27th. Gotta be with both of you.
The former strangers, though rivals, now friends for life.
And Elias and Nancy were certainly living their best lives at the game. They were sitting on the 50-yard line. They got a chance to sit on the set of Sports Center. They went down on the field, and Nancy tweeted just a couple of hours ago. She says, quote, "I am off the ESPN billboard, but still a super fan," and their friendship extending beyond that billboard. But you guys, can we talk about Trevor for just 1 second? He's been hearing all year that he looks like Sunshine. Remember the quarterback who played for Denzel Washington in that movie, Remember the Titans? He's been hearing it for a while, but he says, "I prefer to be called Trevor." Do you guys see it? You see it a little bit?
Yeah.
A little bit, right?
A little bit.
The hair
I don't know if his strength is in his hair. You guys, he's been growing his hair out since he was a freshman in high school, and if you're curious, he uses Pantene.
Okay. Thanks for letting
You
me
asked all the tough questions, Wincy. But the great
it.
thing, they're national champions.
Yeah.
And for a true freshman to go from high school and you show up there at a big program like that and you take them all the way to the championship, that is a huge deal.
Yeah, second one in 3 years. Good for them.
And as I said, it hasn't been done since 1985 with a freshman quarterback,
That's right.
a true freshman. Well, that is awesome. That game was played out west, and now we're going to go to Ginger, who's going to tell us about the next storm that's moving into the west.
Yeah, and about Denver, who's been in the 50s and 60s for about 5 days. But look, you just go west, get into some elevation. Interstate 70 has a big backup because of snow. That is that first storm, but another one coming. Tomorrow's the big day for that. But even Los Angeles by the end of the week has a shot at getting a little bit more rain. All right, let's get to the Tuesday trivia now, brought to you by Edward Jones.
Hey, Maya, what's up?
Hey, so listen, I was taking another look at your overall financial strategy. You're still thinking about opening your own shop?
Every day.
I think there are some ways to help keep you on track and closer to home.
I'm all ears.
How did Edward Jones grow to $1 trillion in assets under care?
Thanks.
By thinking about your goals as much as you do.
Chilly, raw, and breezy here on your Tuesday morning, but temperatures will jump quickly. 50s by late morning, 60 degrees this afternoon, and then 57 degrees this evening. Yes, still mild this evening as rain returns after about 7 o'clock. Now we're tracking cold air starting early tomorrow morning. Wind chill temperatures will be in the 20s and 30s, with high temperatures generally in the 30s starting on Thursday. All through the weekend, that cold air is here. A little snow chance for Saturday, late going through Sunday morning.
Coming up, Kevin Spacey is facing a judge for the first time on that sexual assault allegation. Could the Oscar winner face years in prison?
And one of the stars of the Democratic Party, California Senator Kamala Harris, here live. Is she going to run for president?
this waterfall, honey. What do you think?